Blues, I've got a confession to make. I have, I've got a confession to make. I was a Dominic Calvert-Lewin skeptic. For a long time, I did not rate Dominic Calvert-Lewin. I did not think that he would go on to do anything of note in an Everton shirt. And I even said, now this is going to sound, this is one of them statements that sounds pathetic, like as time goes by, it sounds more pathetic. But I once said to somebody who asked me about Dominic Calvert-Lewin, I said that I thought that he would probably reach the same levels as Victor Anachibi in an Everton shirt. I know that is a dumb statement. You've got it. This was what, 2-3 seasons ago. He wasn't exactly ripping up trees, and I didn't think he had enough to be a really, really good Everton player. And yeah, it was a stupid statement. If you want to turn off now and never listen to me again, you're well within your rights. But the point of this video is to ask: is Dominic Calvert-Lewin, could Dominic Calvert-Lewin become an Everton captain? And I will explain to you why I feel the need to answer that question shortly. But it's also to renounce my Dominic Calvert-Lewin scepticism, because that's what I'm doing now. So much so, I've even got this shirt on with the guy's initials there, and I'm not one for big like graphics on tees. I like maybe a little logo, but most of the time my t-shirts are plain. But I love this, and this has been put out by the Falkland Blues boys. I will leave a link in the description under this video so you can go and buy one for yourself. But I love this; it's really nice. I like it, and I am a Dominic Calvert-Lewin advocate now. In fact, I'm becoming a Dominic Calvert-Lewin fundamentalist. So much so that I'm asking you. The point of this video is to ask: can Dominic Calvert-Lewin become an Everton captain in the future? And there's a couple of reasons why I say that. One of them is because I think something's clicked in Dominic Calvert-Lewin's head now, and he finds himself increasingly instinctively in the right places that he needs to be, and we've seen quite a few examples of this so far this season. The Newcastle game up at their place on Boxing Day, or no, not Boxing Day, that was the Burnley game, a couple of days after that. If you go back and watch that, you will see what I'm talking about. And then again yesterday we saw it where Richarlison, brilliant header, by the way. If you haven't yet, check out our post-match videos. Dave Feely speaks about this, I think, in that video. Or maybe we spoke about this off camera. Anyway, Dominic Richarlison's header. Who knew before we signed Richarlison that he could head the ball in the way that he heads the ball? It's mesmerising the way that fella can head the ball. Something that none of us thought we were getting with Richarlison. He heads the ball, comes off the post. Dominic Calvert-Lewin is in the right place at the right time. Another reason why I'm incredibly impressed with him, and I genuinely think now I'm getting quite excited about the prospect of having Dominic Calvert-Lewin already at Everton, is that he's starting to score goals from like a myriad of different ways. With his head, with both feet. I think he's got 4 with his head this season, and then the rest have come from his right and his left. So he is all of a sudden finding himself in the right places at the right time, that instinctive nature that centre forwards need to have. And he's scoring via different methods. So for me, the future is looking bright now with Dominic Calvert-Lewin. And I will add to that and say that he seems like an incredibly mature, sensible, articulate lad for his age. He's only 22, and I tweeted this out yesterday. There was that BT did an interview with him and Jordan Pickford after the match, and I go to my Twitter at @PortAdam and look at the tweet that I did, and I said, for a young lad, he speaks incredibly well. Now, a couple of people underneath were saying he's 22, mate. What do you expect? He's been around the first team for a couple of seasons. I get it. But a lot of 22-year-olds don't speak like that. I was 22 once. If you're 22 now, no offence, but your brain hasn't properly formed yet. That's the truth. At 22, I was a moron. And I can't speak for everybody. Dominic Calvert-Lewin is head and shoulders above the person I was at 22. Go back and watch some of my old videos, if you can still find them on YouTube. I had an Everton channel back in the day. Moron. That's fine. I was 22. As I said, my brain hadn't formed yet. These things happen. And this guy, he's light years ahead of where he needs to be. This is the second time I've heard him talk. So I saw him, he did a little segment before the derby at Anfield in January. Obviously, we don't want to think too much about that game anymore. But again, came across incredibly well. And he he's got everything. He's strong. His work rate, his intelligence is forming. I mean, and he evidently is a good lad, and he can hold himself well, and that's only going to improve as he gets older. He's got the world at his feet, and I don't want to I know this is going to sound like a contradiction because I've just been ranting and raving about him now for the last couple of minutes. I don't want to get ahead of myself too much, but he's a genuinely very good prospect for Everton Football Club now, and things are starting to happen for him, and he'll go through his phases where he doesn't score for a couple of games, but ultimately I think it's clicked now for Dominic Calvert-Lewin, and I think as well that he should be seriously considered for the European Championships. Harry Kane is injured, Rashford's injured, you're looking at Tammy Abraham, Wilson, Colin Wilson, and I can't think of another English centre forward off the top of my head. So the point I'm making there is Dominic Calvert-Lewin has to be considered, because if you look at those two lads, they're both decent footballers, but at the moment Dominic Calvert-Lewin is in the best vein of form, so he has to be a consideration for that. He really does. I think he's a great lad, and that is the point of this video. Do you agree with me that Dominic Calvert-Lewin can become a future Everton captain? Let us know in the comments section below. If you haven't yet, get over and check out those post-match videos on the channel. You're there now, so just click on the sidebar and they'll probably appear after this video. And make sure you go and buy one of these t-shirts. I love this. This is great. From the Falcon Blues. They also sell these posters as well. So, as always, thank you for watching GrandOldTeam. I'm Adam Partington. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at @PartAdam. And I'll see you again next time. Remember to leave your comments underneath and I'll endeavour to reply to every single one. Thanks for watching.